Welcome to qnawire.
Okay, guys, so this is chapter 22, problem 6. We're given this table that is Rachel, Ross, and Joey's preferences on where they like to eat dinner tonight. The first part is asking us to use a board account to determine where they're going to eat. So the board account is just a voting method where the first place vote is worth more than the second place vote, which is worth more than the third place vote, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So using that, we see the Italian has 2 first place votes. So he has 4 plus 4 and one fourth place vote, which is only worth 1. That equals 9. Chinese has 2 second place votes that are each worth 3 and 1 first place vote, which is worth 4. That's 10. Mexican has 2 third place votes and 1 second place vote, and that's worth 7. And then lastly, French has 2 fourth place votes and 1 third place vote, which is equal to 4. So we see that using this board account, they're going to have Chinese for dinner. The second part of the question then says, what if the Mexican and the French restaurants were closed? So now still using a board account where now there's only 2 choices. Which restaurant are they going to go to? And so we can see that, Italian now has still 2 first place votes, but now since there are only 2 restaurants, each first place vote is only worth 2 points. And then 1 second place vote, that equals 5. And now Chinese has 2 second place votes and 1 first place vote, which is only worth 4. And so we see that with only 2 choices, the Italian restaurant is going to be the one we're going to eat. And the last part of the question asks us, how does part A and B relate to Arrow's impossibility theorem? And so remember that Arrow's impossibility theorem says there's no way to aggregate individual preferences into a valid set of social preferences. And I would argue that our results from part A and B support this because we can see that, well, especially in part A, the restaurant where the most people, that was their top preference, wasn't the restaurant that we ended up going to. And then those preferences changed when we just changed a couple of the parameters in the problem. And none of them were unanimous decisions. There's no way to make everybody happy. And so this was chapter 22, problem 6.